under a seat in an old winter coat, a coffee for two and a frank little note. You'd scribble "don't forget" in the margin of the page. Before we knew the time was just a gilded cage. I'm standing in the kitchen, staring at the floor, trying to remember who lived here before. The air feels different, the shadows have grown in a house that used to breathe, but now it's just stone. I can handle the silence, I can handle the bed, I can handle the ghost living inside my head. But I can't find the person I used to be when your hand was the anchor that held on to me. 'Cause I'm mourning the loss of who I was with you, the one who believed that the sky was always blue, the girl boy who could laugh without checking the time, before every mountain felt too steep to climb. You didn't just leave and take half of my life. You took the version of me that cut through the strife. Now I'm a ghost of a ghost, trying to see through the missing pieces of who I was with you. I'm back in the habit of life on my own, checking my phone for a ghost of a tone. I don't recognize the person I've become, so quiet and careful, so guarded and numb. I used to be fearless, I used to be bright, I used to have words for the middle of the night. But that version of me walked right out the door when you said you didn't want us anymore. It's not just your touch or the sound of your name, it's the way that my heartbeat will never be the same. I'm a puzzle with a piece that's been thrown in the sea. I'm a stranger to the person that you made of me. Yeah, I'm mourning the loss of who I was with you, the one who believed the sky was always blue, the girl boy who could laugh without checking the time, before every mountain felt too steep to climb. You didn't just leave and take half of our life. You took the version of me that cut through the strife. Now I'm a ghost of a ghost, trying to see through the missing pieces of who I was with you. It's gone now, folded away like a letter on the lawn. I'm just the leftover parts, the black and the blue, searching for the shadow of who I was with you. Who I was with you. Splash some water on my face to wake the ghost. But the eyes looking back feel like a holocaust. There's a silver line of gray where the gold used to be, and 1,000 miles of static between him and me. I recognize the jawline, the scar on the chin, but I don't know the spirit living under the skin. I used to know exactly where I stood back when the world made sense and life was good. But the grief didn't number, it rearranged the halls, and now I'm just a shadow bouncing off the walls. 'Cause there's a stranger in the mirror, wearing my clothes, tracing the lines of a story nobody knows. He's got my name and he's got my keys, but he's shaking like a leaf in a winter breeze. I reach out a hand just to touch the glass, waiting for the me I used to be to pass. But the light is flickering, the image is thin. I'm losing the battle with the man I've been. I walk past your house on the way to the store, then remembered I don't live there anymore. I started to laugh, then I started to choke, like a cruel little punchline to a long forgotten joke. My voice sounds different, deeper and dry, like it's tired of asking the heavens for why. Did you take the best of me when you walked away, or did I just evaporate in the heat of the day? I'm a puzzle with pieces that don't wanna fit, a candle that's burning, but nothing is There's a stranger in the mirror, wearing my clothes, tracing the lines of a story nobody knows. He's got my name and he's got my keys, but he's shaking like a leaf in a winter breeze. I reach out a hand just to touch the glass, waiting for the me I used to be to pass. But the light is flickering, the image is thin. I'm losing the battle with the man I've been. Who are you? I don't know you. Where did I go? I don't know me. The glass is cold, the room is still. If I don't find myself, I don't think anyone will. Just a stranger in the mirror. I'm tracing the shadows you left on the wall, counting the steps since I watched you fall. Out of my reach, out of my life. Now I'm just dancing on the edge of a knife. I told you I needed some space to breathe, but I didn't know you'd actually leave. The silence is louder than the words we said. Now I'm sleeping alone in a king-size bed, replaying the moment I told you goodbye, looking for truth in a beautiful lie. And I'm breaking my own heart, piece by piece, waiting for the ache to finally cease. I threw away the gold just to hold the dust. I traded forever for a moment of trust in a mind that's haunted, a soul that's torn. I'm freezing to death in the fire I swore would keep me warm. Yeah, I'm breaking my own heart. Your ghost is the only thing keeping me company, singing the songs that you used to sing to me. I look in the mirror and I don't see a friend, just the person who chose how the story would end. I built up these walls to keep myself safe, but I just built a cage in a hollowed out place. If I called you tonight, would you even pick up? Or is my name just poison in the bottom of your cup? I'm the villain, the victim, the one with the blade, drowning in the choices that I already made. Yeah, I'm breaking my own heart, piece by piece, waiting for the ache to finally cease. I threw away the gold just to hold the dust. I traded forever for a moment of trust in a mind that's haunted, in a soul that's torn. I'm freezing to death in the fire I swore would keep me warm. Yeah, I'm breaking my heart. I'm the one who walked away. I'm the one who couldn't stay. Now I'm standing in the dark, breaking my own, breaking my own heart. I haven't moved the chair where you used to sit. The sunlight still hits it just a little bit, but the warmth is a lie. It's a trick of the glass, watching the hours and the memories pass. I still make 2 plates, then I throw one away. It's a habit I'm keeping to get through the day. The air is heavy with things left unsaid, like a book with the last 30 pages unread. I'm talking to corners, I'm searching the halls for the echo of laughter that lived in these walls. Now I'm just living with ghosts in the room, in a house built of shadows and yesterday's bloom. I can feel where you stood, I can hear how you breathe in the hollowed out space that you silently leave. Every floorboard that creaks is a whisper of us, turning the gold of a promise to rust. Yeah, I'm crowded by silence and buried in gloom, with all of these ghosts in the room. Your scent is a ghost that won't move from the hall. It lingers on jackets and hangs on the wall. I try to breathe shallow, I try not to feel, but the ghost of your touch is the only thing real. I reach for your hand in the middle of sleep, but the bedside is cold and the darkness is deep. They say that a haunting is a soul left behind, but I'm the one haunted by my own damn mind. I'm the one tethered, I'm the one stuck, cursing the timing and cursing our love. I don't wanna exercise the pain from my chest, because losing the ghost means I've lost all the rest. Now I'm just living with ghosts in the room, in a house built of shadows and yesterday's bloom. I can feel where you stood, I can hear how you breathe in the hollowed out space that you silently leave. Every floorboard that creaks is a whisper of us, turning the gold of our promise to rust. Yeah, I'm crowded by silence and buried in gloom, with all of these ghosts in the room. So I'll leave on the light just in case you appear, though I know it's just me and the atmosphere. Just me and the ghost in the room. The coffee's cold, the chair is bare. I still reach out like you're sitting there. The sunlight crawls across the floor, but it doesn't feel like morning anymore. I kept the sweater that you left behind just to keep your ghost from leaving my mind. Now I'm breathing in what's left of us, turning all our gold back into dust. And it's a silent despair, a hollow sound of a heart hitting floorboards. No one's around. I'm screaming your name with my lips shut tight, losing the war in the middle of the night. You're a beautiful song I no longer can play, just the echo of everything you didn't say. I saw your car on the edge of town. For a second the world stopped spinning round, but the driver had eyes that weren't your blue. Just another stranger passing through. Funny how the places we used to go are now just graveyards in the snow. I'm a ghost in a house that we built for two, searching for a version of me that knew you. And it's a silent despair, a hollow sound of a heart hitting floorboards. No one's around. I'm screaming your name with my lips shut tight, losing the war in the middle of the night. You're a beautiful song I no longer can play, just the echo of everything you didn't say. They say that time is a healer's hand, but it's just more salt in a broken land. I'd rather it hurt, I'd rather it burn than to reach the lesson I didn't want to learn. The stars are out, but the sky is gray. I'm still waiting for the pain to fade away, but the silence is heavy, the silence is deep, and you're the only secret I'll never keep. Just a silent despair. Yeah, you're never there. Tracing the outlines of where you once lay, a map of the memories that won't fade to gray. The clock on the mantle has run out of time, like a story that's missing its very last rhyme. I reach for your hand in the middle of sleep, but the promises made were too heavy to keep. The walls are closing in, the air is getting thin. I'm losing the battle I thought we could win. And now I'm living in the shadow of heartbreak, counting every single breath that it might take to find a way out of this cold, lonely room where the flowers of us have forgotten to bloom. It's a darkness that follows a ghost in the hall. The higher we flew, the harder the fall. I see your reflection in windows downtown, a flicker of gold in a world turning brown. But it's just a trick that my mind likes to play, to keep me from seeing you've gone far away. I'm a kite with no string, just adrift in the gale, writing our ending on paper so frail. They say that the dawn is a brand new beginning, but my head is still heavy, my world is still spinning. How do I step out and into the light when the shadow you left is as black as the night? Just a shadow where the light used to be. Now there's nothing but space between you and me. In the shadow of heartbreak, I'm finally breaking. I ran my fingers o'er the space you used to lay. The sheets are cold, the morning's dyed in shades of gray. I try to scrub the memory from the kitchen floor, but I still hear the ghost of you walk through the door. They say that time is like a tide that washes clean, but I'm still drowning in the parts of us unseen. I don't wanna abandon Step through the doors. The air's a little cold. Here lies a story that we never finished telling. I've curated the silence, I've polished the regret in this gallery of things I haven't learned to forget it. The ticket in my pocket is a receipt for the pain of a love that burned bright then went out in the rain. Welcome to my museum of heartbreak, where the ghosts of our forever still keep me awake. I've got your ghost in a frame and your voice on a loop, and 1,000 I love you stuck in a hoop. It's a lonely collection, a beautiful mess of a life that I lost in a permanent arrest. In the corner, there's a sweater that you left on the chair, next to a jar filled with oxygen from the night we were there. I've labeled the teardrops by the date and the hour, watching the memory of us slowly lose all its power. Every exhibit is a shadow of you, a masterclass studying the things we didn't do. The janitor's tired of sweeping up the glass from the promises broken as the seasons all pass. I'm the only visitor, the guide and the guest, searching for exits but failing the test. I wanna burn it all down, let the walls turn to gray, but I'm terrified of losing what's left of the day. Welcome to my museum of heartbreak, where the ghosts of our forever still keep me awake. I've got your ghost in a frame and your voice on a loop, and 1,000 I love you stuck in a hoop. It's a lonely collection, a beautiful mess of a life that I lost in a permanent arrest. Lights out at midnight, but I never leave. Just a statue of a person who's forgotten how to breathe. Yeah, it's open all night in my museum of heartbreak. I'm tracing the lines on the palm of my hand, trying to find where we turned into sand. The mirror is honest, it's cruel and it's cold. another story untold. I thought we were healing, I thought we were fine, but some wounds are deeper than a border or line. You can't wash away what's written in skin. The battle is over, but I didn't win. It's a map of the places we used to belong, a permanent rhythm to a broken heart song. And these are my love scars, thick and they're blue, reminders of everything I gave to you. They don't bleed anymore, but they ache in the rain, a beautiful record of all of the pain. I wear them like medals, I wear them like lead, from the words that we lived and the words that we said. Yeah, I'm covered in marks from a fire gone dark, in my love scars. I remember the night that the first one appeared. The silence was louder than anything feared. Now there's a jagged one right across my chest, where you used to lay down and finally rest. It's funny how forever can leave such a mark, like a match that was struck then died in the dark. They say time is a healer, a thief and a friend, but some things are broken that no one can mend. I don't wanna hide them, I don't wanna run. I'd rather have the damage than a hollow goodbye, because every white line and every deep tear is proof that you love me and proof you are here. And these are my love scars, thick and they're blue, reminders of everything I gave to you. They don't bleed anymore, but they ache in the rain, a beautiful record of all of the pain. I wear them like medals, I wear them like lead, from the words that we lived and the words that we said. Yeah, I'm covered in marks from a fire gone dark, in my love scars. So I'll keep the lights on, I'll look in the glass and watch as the shadows and memories pass. Just skin and bone, and the things I still feel. The scars are the only thing left that is real. Love scars. I still wear the sweater that smells like your skin, a soft little prison I'm shivering in. To the world I'm just fine, I'm a face in the crowd. I'm laughing too much and I'm talking too loud. But under the surface, the water is cold, and I'm clinging to stories that'll never be told. You didn't leave a bruise, you didn't leave a mark, but you left me afraid of the quiet and dark. I'm a map of the places where we used to go, with a million tiny breaks that don't even show. 'Cause these are the scars that you don't see, the ones that are etched in the center of me. No bandages, stitches, or medicine still. The ghost of the person that you're leaving killed. I'm walking around like I'm perfectly whole, while you're living like a phantom inside of my soul. Yeah, these are the scars you don't see. I pass by our cafe and I don't even blink, but my heart hits the floor before I can think. It's a dull kind of ache, like a bone that was set in a way that it never quite lets me forget. You're a name on a screen I don't click on no more, but you're still the shadow that's under my door. If I showed you the damage, would you even care? Or would you just look at the skin that is there? It's the words you didn't say, the way that you turned. It's the bridge that stayed standing while I'm the one burned. I'm picking up pieces of a shattered glass sky, looking for reasons why the well ran dry. I used to be steady, I used to be gold. Now I'm just a story that's already been told. I look in the mirror and I don't see your face, just a blurred out shadow in a cold empty space. The weight of the almost is pulling me down. I'm a king with no kingdom, a king with no crown. 'Cause I'm walking around with a broken spirit. Stuck on the valley, just counting the loss. I'm paying the debt, and I'm nailed to the cross of every I love you, but didn't stay true, of every tomorrow I wasted on you. The air feels like lead, and the room feels too wide. There's nowhere for a hollow out person to hide. Break a bone and it mends with time. Break a heart and you find a rhyme. But break a soul and a light goes out, leaving nothing but ghosts in the shadows of death. With a broken spirit, I'm crying for help, but nobody can hear it. The love that you gave was a beautiful lie. Now I'm just a bird that's forgotten to fly. It's not just my heart that is torn at the seams. It's the death of a person I was in my dreams. So flicker the candle and lock every door. I don't think I know how to be me anymore. Just a broken spirit. Yeah, I'm barely here. I found a photograph tucked in a book. I had to look away. I couldn't even look at the way you were laughing, leaning in me back when us was the only way to be. You were a garden I forgot to water. I was the storm that just hit harder and harder until the petals fell and the ground went dry, and I didn't even have the grace to ask you why. I had the wind in hand and I threw it away. I had the sunrise and I chose the gray. Oh, I win a good thing, didn't I watched a perfect love just curl up and die. I took a diamond and I treated it like glass. Now I'm just a ghost watching your shadow pass. I had the one thing that was real and true, but I ruined a good thing when I ruined us. When I ruined you. You used to leave the porch light on for me. Now there's a coldness where the warmth used to be. I kept testing the limits, pushing the door until you finally decided you couldn't take anymore. It wasn't a tragedy, it wasn't a fight, it was just me being selfish in the middle of the night, thinking the grass would be greener on the other side. Now I'm just drowning in this lonely tide. They say you don't know what you've got till it's gone, but soft acoustic guitar. I'm standing at the corner, 4th and Main, where we carved our initials to hide from the rain. The ink has faded, the concrete is dry, and I'm tracing the ghost of you and I took a left turn where I should have gone right. Now I'm chasing a tail light into the night. I've got the directions, I've got the map, but I'm falling through every familiar gap. The landmarks are shifting, the street signs are blurred. I'm losing the meaning of every sweet word. I'm walking in circles, I'm haunted by shoes that only know how to carry blues. 'Cause I'm losing my way back to the start, to the girl boy who didn't have a hole in their heart. I'm wandering down alleys of might have been, trying to find where the us began. Every road leads to a locked up door. I don't know how to be me anymore. The compass is broken, the stars won't stay, and I'm losing my way back to you today. I called up your number just to hear the machine, to remember the person I haven't yet been. The static is heavy, the silence is wide, like a desert I'm trying to cross from inside. I see your reflection in sharp window glass, but it disappears every time that I pass. I'm a traveler stranded with nowhere to go, in a city that's colder than I used to know. Is there a trail of breadcrumbs in the snow, a light in the window to let me know? Or am I just drifting, a ship out at sea, forgetting the version of you and of me? The further I walk, the more that I stray from the person who loved you in every way. Nothing on this road will ever be the same. Losing my way back to you. Look in the mirror, but I don't see my face. I see the ghost of a warm, soft embrace. You took all the color, you took all the light, and left me to drift through a permanent night. I'm digging through ashes of what used to be, searching for versions of you and of me. They say that it's better to love and to lose, but they never mention the shape of the bruise. It's not on my skin, and it's not in my head. It's living in places where words go to bed. I can still feel the love in your soul, like a fever that I can't quite control. It's a resonance ringing, a bell in the dark, a cold dying ember that won't catch a spark. I'm haunted by kindness, I'm broken by grace, by the beautiful mercy I see in your face. Yeah, it's tearing me down while it's making me whole. That lingering love in your soul. You're happy with him, or so I've been told, while I'm just a story that's grown gray and old. I try to be angry, I try to find hate, to balance the scales and to settle the fate. But I look at your picture, and all I can see is the heart that once opened its doors wide for me. It would be easier if you were cruel, if you'd broken my heart like a heartbreaking fool. But you love me so well, and you love me so true, that I can't find a way to get over you. The purity of it is what leaves the scar, the brightest of light from It's a beautiful weight. It's a heavy, soft glow. The heart is hard of just letting you go. It's knowing that love is still in your soul. I'm sitting in the kitchen where we used to talk. Now the floorboards are tracing the ghost of your walk. I tried to scrub the scent of your skin from the air, but the ghost of your presence is everywhere. I'm a pilot who's lost every star in the sky, just watching the embers of forever die. The world keeps on moving, the sun's gonna rise, but I'm stuck in the moment. I saw it in your eyes. Now I'm drowning inside of my own sorrow, trading my dreams for a lonely tomorrow. I built you a temple, I gave you my soul. Now I'm just a fragment of what was once whole. It's a heavy kind of hurt. It's a quiet kind of pain to realize I'm the only one left in the rain. There's a box in the closet I'm scared to unlock, filled with Polaroids and the way that you'd mock, the way that I'd worry, the way that I'd care. Now the silence is the only thing we still share. I'm learning the language of being alone in a house that was a castle, but now it's just stone. I don't want your pity, I don't want your sorry. I just want the ending to a different story. But the ink is all dry and the pages are torn, and I'm grieving a version of me that's unborn. Yeah, I'm drowning inside of my own sorrow, trading my dreams for a lonely tomorrow. I built you a temple, I gave you my soul. Now I'm just a fragment of what was once whole. It's a heavy kind of hurt. It's a quiet kind of pain to realize I'm the only one left in the rain. So I'll wrap it around me, this cloak of despair, and pretend that the weight isn't more than I can bear. Just me and my sorrow, no one to follow. I'm sitting on the floor of our empty spare room, watching the sunset turn to a deepening gloom. The mascara's running, making maps on my face of every wrong turn I took in this place. I've spent 1,000 nights drowning in why, but the well So this is the last time I'm crying for you. The last time I've stayed by the shade of deep blue. I'm washing the salt from the corners of my eyes. No more comeback prayers, no more if only sighs. Tomorrow the sun's gonna find a new me, one who's finally tired of the misery. Yeah, this is the end of the waterfall sky. This is the very last time I'll cry. I'm deleting the messages, the I love you text that kept me from seeing whatever comes next. I'm tired of the heaviness, tired of the ghost that haunts the parts of me I love the most. You were a habit I couldn't quite break, but I've given you all that I'm willing to take. One more stop for the plans that we made. One more tear for the way that we frayed. One more breath that feels like a way before I walk out through that heavy road. Okay, that's the last one. This is the last time I'm crying for you. The last time I'm stayed by the shade of deep blue. I'm washing the salt from the corners of my eyes. No more comeback prayers, no more if only sighs. Tomorrow the sun's gonna find a new me, one who's finally tired of the misery. Yeah, this is the end of the waterfall sky. This is the very last time I'll cry. My eyes are red, but my vision is clear. I'm leaving the sadness and leaving the fear. No more tears, no more I wish you were here. This is the last time, the very last time. The coffee's gone cold on the side of the bed, right where you used to rest your heavy head. I'm tracing the patterns of dust on the floor, counting the inches between me and the door. I had the words, but I kept them inside, wrapped in the armor of a foolish man's pride. Now the silence is heavy, the silence is loud. I'm chasing a ghost through a faceless crowd, looking for a version of us I can't find, leaving the best parts of living behind. And I'm walking in regret's shadow too. I saw your reflection in a window downtown. For a second the world stopped spinning around. But it was just a stranger with eyes like your own, reminding me why I'm so damn alone. I'd trade every someday and every perhaps to fix all the bridges I let just collapse. If I could reach back through the fabric of time, I'd take back the mountains I refuse to climb. I'd stand in the rain and I'd scream out your name before every spark turned into a flame. But the clock only ticks in one direction here, and the cost of my silence is perfectly clear. And I'm walking in regret's shadow tonight, where the sun never rises to make it feel right. It's a long dark road that I paved on my own, building a kingdom while sitting alone. Every I'm sorry is a day far too late. Just a hollow log on an empty gate. Yeah, I'm living in the shade of the mess that I made. In regret's shadow. The sun's going down, but the shadow stays long. A permanent rhythm to a broken heart song. Just me and the ghost of what should have been, watching the light fade out again. Fade out. In regret's shadow. I'm standing in the kitchen where we used to dance. Now I'm just staring at a ghost of a chance. The coffee's gone cold and the silence is loud. I'm the silver lining that turned into a cloud. I took your patience and I stretched it too thin. I opened the door and let the wind in. I can't blame the timing, I can't blame the stars. I'm the one who went and left all these scars. I'm holding the matches, smelling the smoke, realizing all forever was the punchline of my joke. It's my fault, it's my mess, it's my disaster. I'm the one who couldn't find the happily ever after. I broke the windows just to feel the breeze. Now I'm the one begging on my bruised up knees. Clean up the glass, try to fix the stress, but it's my fault, yeah, it's my mess. You gave me your best, and I gave you my maybe. I acted like a king while you treated me like a baby. I let the ego build Don't try to be kind, because I'm the only villain that I can find. I took a masterpiece and painted it black, and there's no way to take the colors back. Look at the wreckage, look at the stains. I'm the only one left holding the reins of a runaway heart that I crashed into. My fault, my mess. I'm the one who let us fall. I'm the one who let us fall. I'm still setting a place at the table for a ghost who doesn't eat anymore. I keep the porch light on just in case, but I've forgotten what I'm waiting for. The silence in the hallway is heavy. It's a weight I've learned how to wear. I reach across the bed in the midnight and catch a handful of empty air. They say time is a healer, steady hand, but I'm just sinking in shifting sand. The map of us is torn in two, and I'm lost in the space that used to be you. Now there's a black hole heart where the light should be, tearing the stars right out of me. It's a cold dark gravity, a hollow sound, pulling everything I love into the ground. I'm screaming your name into the deep, but the promises we made were yours to keep. It's an endless night, a soul apart, living in the shadow of a black hole heart. still burns on my lips. It's taking my breath, it's taking my time until there's nothing left of just a flicker, relics are gone. How am I supposed to carry on when the center is gone and the edges apart? I'm just the ghost of a black hole heart. So cold, so dark. I'm standing in the hallway where we said it was over, but the air is still heavy with the scent of your clover. I've packed up the boxes, I've cleared out the shelf, but I can't seem to pack up this ghost of myself. Every time I reach for the handle of the door, I'm tripped by a memory laying flat on the floor. The keys are on the counter, the lights turn low, but there's a million reasons why I can't let go. It's 1,000 goodbyes in a single day, and the clothes that you left and the words I won't say. I'm killing you slowly in the back of my mind, but I wake up and find you're still intertwined. It's not just one ending, it's a cycle of pain, like a desert that's praying for a I saw a movie that you would have hated, and for a split second the sadness abated. But then came the credits, and then came the dark, and I'm back in the car, sitting cold in the park. I'm saying goodbye to the way that you laughed, to the future we sketched on napkins, rough draft. One for the Sunday mornings in bed, one for the secrets that we never said, one for the version of me that you loved, and 900 more that I'm so tired It's 1,000 goodbyes in a single day, and the clothes that you left and the words I won't say. I'm killing you slowly in the back of my mind, but I wake up and find you're still intertwined. It's not just one ending, it's a cycle of pain, like a desert that's praying for a hurricane. 998, 999. I'll say it once more.